What's up? Welcome back. I'm picking up a new hobby. Uh, it's probably one that I've been meaning to pick up for a little bit, um, mostly because I have owned one before and sold it just because I didn't feel like I was going to make good use of it. Um, and it might have been mostly because of the system that I went with instead of the actual device. So, um, I bought a camera, specifically the a6400. Um, and the reason why I bought this, well, number one, was the 30 millimeter Sigma lens. Um, because it was the kit and setup that I was looking for, was going to the lens that I was going to buy anyway. Figured if I was going to go and buy this camera, I might as well go with a listing that already has the lens attached to it. Um, picking up new hobbies is expensive sometimes, especially when it comes down to things like, um, initial cost, buying into it, all that stuff. I prefer, and I usually tended towards inexpensive hobbies like playing basketball or trying a new sport like frisbee, where the cost is a lot lower, and really all I needed was my own two legs and my hands and lungs, if that makes sense. Um, so why now? Why am I picking up photography now? Why am I picking up a camera now? I think it's similar to this YouTube curiosity and uploading videos. It's this idea that it's something that I've always wanted to be good at, taking photos and videos. And as great as a phone camera is, and everyone says start with a phone camera, all of that. Um, I just want to do a little bit better than a phone camera. Um, I want to dive into editing. I want to actually take legitimately good photos, and I want to do it within the frame and context of a good camera system. Um, and that's why I went with Sony. A good friend of mine recommended that I go Sony, mostly because him and another friend of mine have all these different Sony lenses, so we can swap lenses and try things out. And no, that just further cemented my decision of going with the Sony camera. It doesn't mean that I'm gonna all of a sudden start shooting more YouTube videos. It doesn't mean that anything like that is gonna happen. It just it's just another creative outlet for myself that doesn't require a lot of commitment. It's really just a matter of picking up the camera and shooting with it. Um, you know, I bought this camera with, I didn't even know it came with an SD card. It came with a 16 gigabyte SD card. And now I'm like looking into updating the strap, mostly because I'm not a fan of this strap. And now I'm, deep into bags when I could probably just use my Uniqlo black bag that I have right now. But the point is, um, I, I want to always be in a place where I am challenging myself. I am trying out new things. I am doing something that is seamless and integrates in with my life. Taking photos and videos of family is such a important thing to me, and doing that with a slightly nicer camera, to take slightly better pictures, it is definitely a plus. Now I had a Panasonic G7 that I bought specifically for being able to record a video, because I wanted it as like a YouTube, video camera. But I quickly found that buying a camera solely for the purpose of this thing that I hadn't even given a try made no sense. So, did I spend a lot on this camera? I, I did, um, but it will now force me to actually use it, actually take it out, actually take photos with it. Um, and honestly, no, I'm just hoping to find some enjoyment in taking photos like that. It's a hobby that once my body finally breaks down and can't get around, a hobby that'll follow me, and I'll be able to continue to enjoy later on in life, kind of similar to my electric guitar. Just a hobby that'll carry me later into life. Um, and hobbies that will challenge me, will allow me to grow and expand in terms of my skill and quite honestly, things that I just genuinely enjoy. I love playing music. I love taking photos, and I'm hoping something good comes of it. So follow me more. Follow me. Give me a subscribe, like, subscribe to the channel if you want to see, um, and comment below if you want to see more content about me learning how to take photos and what that's like. And ask me any questions that you have about my camera decision making process and all that stuff. But yeah, I am now a Sony guy. That is all. Thank you. Until the next one. See ya.